this is done. Alright, okay, so similarly, this is the rod that you created. You have to triple click it, and you right click, you make component. Alright, create. Okay, so now there's two components. One the base, the other one the rod. Okay, the rod and the base are two separate components. Alright, okay, now later I will explain to you why it's important to make components. So you just have to follow, make sure that there's one component, one click here, you can select the base, one click, you can select the rod. Alright, now the next thing that I want you to do is to cut and paste. If you have something that is similar, how do you cut and paste this piece of the component and let it repeat? Okay, bring this piece up to here so that you have top and bottom. Alright, and what happens if you don't want? You want to make a smaller piece on top. How are you going to do that? Alright, so let me show you first how do you bring this piece, another piece up to this. Okay, remember just now you key in from here to here a total of 200 mm. Alright, so now you're going to copy this piece. Now how can you copy? You just place this thing here. Now you can see here there is move. Alright, okay, scale, rotate, follow me, offset. Okay, pull and pull. Okay, now under this move button, alright, if you click this and then you press the control key, alright, you click this, you press. Now can you see there's a plus there? Alright, okay, so if you press this and then you press a plus, you press the control key, can you see a plus beside this cursor? Okay, I press the control key again, you can see the plus is missing. Now you see a plus now. Okay, now this would means that it not just move this object up, but it will copy the object up. Okay, so I'm going to start from the edge point of the component so that later I can key in to make sure that it moves up exactly 200 mm. So I click one time. Okay, now you see. Alright. Okay, I can copy another one. Now you can see that now. How do you know that it's actually moved vertically up and not somewhere else? Can you see a blue line here? Alright. Now if I move somewhere else, can you see the blue line disappear? It's a dotted line. Okay, that means it's moving somewhere into the space. Okay, that's what we don't want. Alright, we want to make sure that it moves up. Okay, so now you can see there's a blue axis again. Alright, so a blue line means it's going up vertically. Okay, now as you do that, we want to be exact. So from here to move up, we want to move up 200 exactly. So I'm going to key in the value 200 over here. Okay, then I put enter. Okay, now you see it will move up exactly 200. Okay, now let's pen and see, oblique and see, does it go exactly up? Yes, you zoom in, you see, it's exactly up. Alright, okay, so now this is done. If you want the base and the top to be the same. Now what happens if you don't want the base and the top to be the same? Okay, now you can make changes by exploding this part here. Alright, you explode it. Okay, now let's try and see. When you pan it, maybe you want this to be smaller but still a base. Alright, you push and pull. Oh, you see it can't. Okay, why? Because this was made an component. Alright, so try again. You explode it again. Okay, let's test it out again. Okay, now you can see that, okay, you can actually lengthen this to make the top bigger or make it smaller. Okay, now Control Z is to undo. It means to go back to the original side. So you have to decide exactly how you want the top to be. Alright, just now the bottom dimension, if I click on it, alright, is 40 by 80, right? So now maybe you want to have a square here. Okay, so this is 80, you want to make it 40 by 40. So what do? You bring this thing in here by how many? If you want 40 by 40, so you minus away 20 here. Okay, you go over to the other side. Okay, or pick again, you go over the other side. Okay, you bring it in some more. Okay, again you bring in 20. Key in 20. Alright, now your top become a square. Okay, so remember again, you have to triple click and make component. Okay, create. I don't bother to key in what is the component already because you can change later. Alright, okay, now you have finished the base, the top already. Alright, now you are going to now make the slide and the spring. Okay, so how are you going to do that? Okay, similarly again, you can copy this to bring this thing down. Alright, okay, let's recap. How do you do that? You go to the move button. Alright, you click on, you let the cursor go into this. You must press the control key. Can you see there's a plus coming up again? Alright, and then, okay, we are going to move this thing down by, say, anything, maybe 40 mm. Alright, I enter. Okay, so it's quite high still. Alright, so you're going to move down some more. Similarly, you click here. Okay, this time now you don't press the control key. Alright, you move down some more. If not, you end up copying another pieces out. Alright, so it's a bit too high, so maybe I want to bring it down some more by 20. I key in 20. Okay. Okay, so now this is the slider. Alright, depending on what size you want this slider to be. If it's 40 by 40, okay, that's exactly what you have here. You want to make it bigger, you can do it the same way. So in this case, I will keep it the same. Alright, now you have your spring, right? Okay, and there's another things that you're going to make it here. Alright, what you're going to make it here. Alright, let's maybe look at a leaf that you're going to make here. Let's say falling leaf. Alright, you're going to make a leaf that's come over here. So before you make a leaf, you need to make sure that you place this object at the right position. Alright, so in this case, I am going to again copy this piece to the right side. Alright, so I'm going to put this here. I put a control, I can see a plus. Okay, this time instead of moving down, I'm going to move it to the right side. Okay, but here I got a problem here because there's a hole. That's how you drill a hole, right? Okay, which is I don't want. Alright, in this case, okay, I will undo. Alright, I'm not going to copy one at the side here. I will want to make the leaf on my own. Alright, so how am I going to do that? Okay, let's hide everything now. I'm going to make a leaf from scratch. Okay, now I'm going to select all. Okay, right click. I'm going to hide. Okay, I'm going to hide everything. Okay, now I'm going to make a leaf here. Okay, now you roughly know the relative size of your leaf. Alright, so similar rectangle, I'm going to make a, okay, my leaf will be, say, 30 by 50, for example. Okay, enter. Alright, okay, and the thickness of the wood is always 12 in this case, so I'm going to key in 12, enter. Alright, so the leaf is here. Alright, now this don't look like a leaf, right? Okay, so let's zoom extend again. Okay, and then get the leaf done. Okay, now you can use curve arc here. Alright, and you bring the arc to the edge here. Now you go slowly, you can find that the midpoint will appear. You can see red color, then blue color midpoint, and then end point. Alright, although here it look like it's the furthest away, but this is because the perspective drawing. So when you see the midpoint, that is actually the midpoint. Alright, you don't believe? Look at the plan view. Okay, the top. Alright, so you can see that this is the midpoint. Alright, okay, let's go back to this, that you can see more clearly. Alright, okay, arc at the midpoint. Okay, and then at the midpoint here again, okay, you're going to draw the leaf up. Where's the midpoint? Okay, midpoint. Okay. Alright, so that's the leaf that's coming up. Alright. Okay. Now, what if you want to draw whatever shape that you want, the curvy shape that you want? Oh, you can do that. Okay, by using a pencil. Alright. Okay, with pencil, you can draw whatever you want. Okay, to control. Sorry, this is not the one. Okay, let me Control Z to undo. you use this one, freehand. Alright, okay, to draw whatever you want. Okay, you can just draw whatever shape that you want. Okay, but beware that you cannot cross lines in Google SketchUp. Now when you cross a line like this, okay, you are not able to recognize because you cannot get the shape out of it. Alright, so when you are using a pencil to draw, you have to control your mouse quite well. Alright, I will demonstrate this to you later. Okay, let me Control Z again to undo this whole thing. Okay, so now I'm going to make this into a leaf. Okay, so same thing, pull and pull. I'm going to bring this thing down on edge, it disappeared. Okay, on edge disappeared. Bring on edge, okay, disappeared. And I'm going to bring this down on edge here, end point. Okay, so when you do that, alright, your leaf is formed. Alright, okay, remember just now you have done all the base, everything done. Alright, so now you have to make sure that you lock this up as a component first. Make component, create. Alright, so this is actually positioned at the base. Okay, what do you mean by that? Okay, if I unlock, I view and unhide, you can see that the base will smash right into here. So I'm going to move this thing first. Okay, move it to where? Say maybe 60 or 80 away on the right. Okay, so that you will, when you unhide it, you can see the base is here. I move it to the right. If not, later you start drawing here, the base appear, you will smash into the base. Okay, so now your leaf is here. Alright, okay, so just now you move it there, and then now you're going to move it maybe to the center here. How do you do that? Okay, so same thing, you click here, you see the red axis. Alright, okay, you're going to move it somewhere to the center here to align here. Okay, in this case maybe 20 mm, and then you're going to move this thing up. Okay, in the blue axis, up where? Up until this line here. Now Google SketchUp had these fantastic features. You see, when you tap on this surface, it will tell you the lines will appear. Alright, so you just go a bit slow. Okay, you will get that to the position so that this height is the same as the height of the object on the left side. Okay, you click on it. Okay, so now this and this is of the same height. Okay, so you have your leaf, you have your artifact here. Now you're going to get a spring to connect these two, right? Okay, how do you do that? Okay, you need internet access. Okay, let me check. What do I have? Okay, good, I have. Alright, there's a features called here download. Alright, you can download a spring into this. Alright, so how am I going to do that? I'm going to go into internet, download the spring. Now you're going to the Google 3D warehouse where you can search for a spring. Okay, and then let's see. Okay, you can see there's a lot of spring here. Okay, and you are going to get a simple one. Maybe you put small spring. Okay, the one that you have is called extension spring. Extension spring. Let's see whether it comes off. No. Okay, let's get back to spring. Okay, doesn't matter. We'll get I'll get this spring. All right. Okay. Okay, it looks quite okay. Okay, you download the model. Okay, yes, we want directly download into the model. Alright. Okay, let's download. Okay, now where's the spring? Okay, you just click one time. Okay, you zoom extend, you can see the spring. You can see that this is an extremely big spring, right? Okay.